You need to start tracking your bets, and here is why. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name is Trevor, and tracking your bets is something that I don't understand why, but a lot of people just don't do it properly. They don't find a need for it. And today, this video hopefully will convince you to start doing so because it offers you a lot of data, a lot of insights into what's going on when you are wagering all of this money, and you can make adjustments, you can make changes. And so I'll tell you exactly all of the reasons why I think you should be tracking your bets. So OddsJam has an incredible bet tracker. I use it every single day for all of my bets. And this bet tracker really makes things like fun. You can look back on your month, exactly what days you were profitable or negative. You can see your total payout of the past week, of the past month, all of that. And then you can really see this cool stuff, right? You can see your total profit over time, your profit margin per wager. And after a certain amount of volume, you can kind of take this number and extrapolate it out and say, okay, well, if I have a 6% profit margin, if I can get this total stake up to $1 million, then technically I should be profiting $60,000, right? Obviously this can change, but it's cool to be able to do that. Your CLV, right? You can calculate. This is probably the most important part about tracking your bets, is seeing how often you're beating the closing line value, meaning how often are you placing a bet at odds that are better than what the odds finished at before the game started. And so you want to have this number at least at 78%. I mean, ideally it's at 80, right? Like that. This is still a good number, but like I would say at least 75, 78 is pretty good, but I'd like to get this up to over 80. Because this is, I mean, if you can beat CLV on like a heavily majority amount of time, then you're going to be profitable, right? Because you're beating what everyone else is getting, what the closing line is, which is usually the most accurate line. So this is a really cool metric that you can see as well. Obviously, you can see the total number of bets. You can see your profit over time here. You can see your profit by sportsbook. You can see the CLV by sportsbook, which is super cool. You can really see like, okay, on this sportsbook, I'm not doing so well. Same with this one. But on this one, I'm usually getting a really good CLV. So you can kind of maybe understand what sportsbooks you're getting the best value on. You can see your profit by sport, by league, by the bet type, your average wager over time, how much you've wagered over time, your profit over time. As you can see, it's been a rough it's been rough. Although I haven't been betting as much the last couple of days, so we'll turn that around. Profit by market, you can really see like, okay, so this one, the run line for baseball has been super profitable, but the total goals in hockey is just not being. So it's interesting. Again, these things can change over time. Like I guarantee you a month from now, these are going to be totally different. But it's just interesting. I do think that the most important part to understand is these things here, how much you've wagered, your profit margin per wager, and your CLV, right? How often you're beating the CLV. So why is this important? Why do you need to do this? Well, number one, it's obviously important to understand what your profit is. How much money are you actually up? Because you want to know that this is something that's profitable and worth your time doing, right? The second thing is how well are you doing this? Are you beating CLV above 75% of the time? Because if you're not, if you're at 50%, then this is not working, right? You're not making profitable plays. So reading this data, understanding it, will allow you to either continue doing it, right? As you can see, like I've got, great profit, great CLV, obviously I'm going to continue doing it. But if it's not good, think about, okay, why is it not good? If the CLV sucks across all your sports books except for a few, then maybe you only bet on those few for a bit and see if that can continue. Making adjustments like that is super important. And then also, looking at your calendar here, it allows you to see the bigger picture. Because if you're betting and you have 3 bad days in a row like this here, well, the 4th day is going to be good, right? Not always, but it can be good. And when you can see the big picture like this, it allows you to remove the emotion from things. Because next time I get 3 bad days in a row, I'm like, okay, well, no worries, because look what happened last time. Or if I get, let's say 2 really good days in a row here, well, I'm expecting to see a negative day at some point. And so it allows you to numb yourself to these big swings. But anyways, tracking your bets, super, super important. If you guys want to track my bets, you can look at our link tree and see all this data yourself. But yeah, that's how you track bets. OddsJam, again, makes it super easy. Oh, the other cool thing is the actual versus expected profit. Again, keeps you kind of numb to the big swings because as you can see, my actual profit is basically around the expected. Back here, the actual was way above the expected. And so it's time to regress. And what happened? It did regress, but now it's sticking around the expected. So, and then, if you go below, you can expect it to come back up. So all of these things are good to keep you stable, understanding things. You can make changes. You can see if it works for you. It's just a good thing to do, and I would highly recommend it. We'll see you guys in the next video.